And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, it is the morning after, of course, the cup final defeat. Rangers, of course, losing on penalties. Still, obviously, gutted that we lost on penalties. But after my match reaction, initial match reaction, I kind of lauded the side. I did think that we were the better team. I did think we showed some cojones, like we haven't really shown since the sort of Gerrard era in these games. And genuinely, I do think the better side did lose the match. However, following that match reaction, it's all blown up, of course, with regards to the penalty incident. Now, why I didn't necessarily speak about it in the match reaction is because I trusted VAR. It was straight after the game. And actually, in the live match and watching the game, I did shout. I was like, isn't that a penalty because it's on the line? But as stated, stupidly, I trusted the Scottish VAR. And of course, there's been a massive fallout following this. Yes, for those of you that didn't know about it, I'm sure you do by now, but Václav Černý, of course, this incident which led to a free kick. Now, again, people were sort of confusing what was the foul. There was an initial thing from Scales that was outside the box, but it's this bit here that we're discussing in terms of the shirt pull where he's inside the box, Černy's on the line, which in the laws of the game is a penalty kick. Now, as stated, guys, stupidly, I felt that VAR would have checked it, probably infractions, but how freaking stupid was I to have any faith in the Scottish VAR? It's an absolute disgrace and constantly stings us. And do you know, I only wonder why Rangers fans call conspiracy, because it's not the first game this happened. The Scottish Cup semi-final as well, an absolute disgraceful decision that cost us potentially a trophy. And not just that, but the league games where we had goals disallowed. And it's in every single game that is defining history at this moment in time. You know, Cup against Celtic, League Cup again yesterday, an extra time to put us into the lead. We would have went on to win the game. I know, look, listen, you can say if, buts and maybes, but a crucial moment in a match, and we're denied a penalty. It's just so unfair. It's just genuinely so unfair. And why does it constantly happen? And now if it happened to the other side of the city, they would be calling for a Scotland police investigation into the matter. And it happens to us every single time. I can remember a Roof as well, disallowed goal. There's just so many dodgy decisions that we're coming away from after this. And it's not just a subject of opinion. We've got professional referees. We're going to show you a sports scene clip in a minute about discussing this decision and saying it's not subjective. It's a bang on penalty. And again, fair enough to the referee, John Beaton. I don't necessarily think he's that good. I thought he had a good game yesterday. But it's not down to him in real time. Yes, you can understand why maybe he didn't give a penalty in that decision. But it's up to the VAR to come back and bring it back. And it's not even intervened. Or John Beaton apparently said that it was nothing wrong with it. Who the fuck is in there? Who the F is in the VAR box saying that shouldn't be looked at? It's a freaking disgrace. And it's not just me who's saying this. It's not just referees that are saying this. It's everybody. Here's a clip from Sports Scene.
Now, it wouldn't be a cup final on Sports Scene without some sort of controversy. And this incident involving Václav Černý has got everybody talking. In fact, former referee Bobby Madden on social media saying 100% a penalty. I'm amazed that hasn't been identified by VAR. Neil McCann, your view?
Totally agree. We said it at the time. Listen, if you're on the line, you're inside the box. Watch Černy's right foot here. Scales takes a horrible touch. He's jumped on. There's an attempted tackle there. Look at the jersey pull. And Černy's right foot is on the line.
Panic setting with Scales there.
It absolutely panics. But the point I'm making is that the foot is on the line, and that's what's tugging him down. It's the pull. It's not that tackle. It's that pull there.
And the foot on the line is crucial because that means inside the box.
Yep. And therefore it should be a penalty. I'm amazed that the Rangers players are not going berserk there and putting pressure on the VAR to look at that. Maybe they haven't. They've just said to John Beaton, there's nothing to see here. There's plenty to see there. That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, I do get the feeling, Scott, that this is the sort of debate that will rumble on for days. Philippe Clement saying that his phone is already swamped
Yeah,
presumably by people talking about this.
Yeah, listen, it's a huge talking point and a huge moment in the game if Rangers were awarded the penalty. For me, it's a penalty like we touched on, foot on the line, the pull. But for me, the big thing in terms of if I was a player on the side there, it's the reaction of the Rangers players.
Yeah.
They didn't really put any pressure on the referee to look at it. Tierney himself wasn't overall making much noise about it. But for me, stick on penalty.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's unanimous into the decision. It should have been a penalty. But again, I can understand decisions going against us. It happens in football, and it happens, even in crucial moments. But why is it every single game against them, we're always having a decision at the end of it? As I said, the cup final, the last time, it happens all of the time. Genuinely, it's horrible. It's absolutely stinking. Every single time we play against them is always a huge decision. There's some controversial decision. Now, again, as I had said earlier on, if it was the other side, then they'd be calling for a police investigation into sort of bigotry and people going against sort of anti-Celtic sentiment. But with us, we're staying silent. We need to call this crap out. The manager, of course, spoke about it, but everyone's unanimous. But it doesn't change history. It's a history-defining moment. And it's not just that cup final. It was the Scottish Cup final as well. It wasn't just that. It was the league game last year as well. It wasn't just that. It was the league games last year. It's been 5 big decisions. Over the last sort of 2 seasons of playing them, there's been dodgy, smelly decisions that goes against us every single time. And I said, I understand football. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. But every single pivotal moment that we have as a football club, every history-defining moment as we have as a football club, the decision's always against us. And I'm struggling to understand where the transparency is. Why was that not looked at? Why was that not looked at as a VAR? Why people sitting in a pub can say, that's a penalty, but not even a sniff? Not even a sniff from VAR to even say, oh, have a little look. It's that close to the box. I don't care if it's freaking centimetres away. Check it, just in case. There could be a small thing that happens. And we've been effed over with a penalty. It pisses me off, genuinely. And again, I was happy with our performance yesterday. Apart from a few minutes of bollocking it up. But extra time, penalty. Yes, I'm not guaranteed to score a penalty, but Tavernier is one of the best in the game at taking penalties. And in that moment, we could have won the game. It's just sickening. It's just bonkers. And I'm super getting stressed off about it. Again, yes, they win another trophy with a controversial decision. They win yet another match with a controversial decision. But it doesn't change history, It's going to be forgotten about next week. And they've got a cup to show for it. It's freaking so frustrating. And if there isn't investigations that need to go about, it needs to go into that side and see what's happening with these referees. Why is it every single big game against them, we're getting decisions against us? It's fucking bonkers. Genuinely, I'm so stressed about it. Whatever, guys. We got to move on. It's pissed me off. Hopefully Rangers do something about this or try and call it out. Because it seems like cheating. It genuinely does seem like cheating. Every time. I can take one decision, as I said, but 5, 6... It's getting bonkers. It screams of sort of Barcelona, sort of late, Chelsea era, 2011 era, when they won that semi-final. It just stinks of something. I don't know what's going on, but it needs to be investigated. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.